All right, everyone, welcome back to Developer Commentary. My name is Mike Stout.
And I am Tony Garcia.
And today we're doing Blackwater City, Tony.
Oh man, Battlefield time.
Do you remember anything about this level?
I remember sort of what it looked like. That's about it.
So it's obviously it's a Battlefield version of a Ratchet and Clank 1 level, right? Like Blackwater City was a Ratchet 1 level.
Right.
That's all I got.
I want to see something here when you get down close to the ground.
All right.
Because I think I might have thought of a plot hole.
A plot hole?
Plot hole.
There's no plot holes.
Okay. So Nefarious is trying to basically kill Ratchet, I guess, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the story.
Yeah.
And he's replaced Clank with Crunk at this point.
Okay.
And wouldn't the easiest way to kill Ratchet would be to not deploy the helicopter at the end of the free fall?
That would
Could Crunk just not choose to slow down the fall, and then Ratchet is dead?
That would do it.
Right? That should have been the plan all along.
But Dr. Nefarious usually goes
let him jump from a plane, and then let him die.
But that's not.
You would think that would be one of the orders. Like, if he's about to die from falling out of a plane, let him die.
But wouldn't Crunk die from that too, or Clunk?
But Clunk was only made to kill Ratchet.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know, man. You know more about Dr. Nefarious than I. Why am I attacking the Galactic Rangers?
I don't know why you're attacking the Galactic Rangers.
I would just assume that you would know more than I do. So if you say it's a plot hole, Tony, it's a plot hole.
Feels like a plot hole.
I will believe you. That would probably be a really good way to kill Ratchet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, Nefarious is, he's sort of classic supervillain, right? Like, if he kills Ratchet, he wants it to be while he's watching and there's sharks involved.
I mean, kind of, but I think it's in the level very soon. He just Crunk, whatever, just basically turns into Giant Clunk and then tries to punch him to death.
Right.
So he's trying to get Crunk to kill him anyway. That's what I don't understand. Like, Crunk had the opportunity immediately after he joined up with Ratchet.
I got nothing for you, dude. Oh, no, I know it. Tony, that was a brilliant and insightful piece of commentary. Well played, sir.
I think our writers should have thought of this eventuality.
God damn it, Brad. What were you thinking?
It's kind of ruining my immersion for the game.
Dude,
such a glaring plot hole.
We've got a ton of bolts. We could like buy a new weapon.
What's worth buying?
Let's see. Probably not the flux rifle. Discs blade, we can't afford yet. The rift inducer at 180,000 volts. It's just those three. What would you? We could rock the flux rifle, but I don't know if I'd use it that much.
Well, then it's not worth getting if you're not going to use it.
Let's get some. Whoa. Let's get some more. Let's do some more of these battlefields. I think people would be disappointed, Tony, if we didn't do more of the battlefields.
Is that what you think?
Well, I mean, they loved them so much that we had to make Ratchet Deadlocked all about Battlefield.
That's very true.
Right? Wasn't that how it went, or did we love them so much? I don't remember.
I think they were generally well received. I mean, the battlefields are pretty much just the most fun part of Ratchet, condensed down. It's really hard to go wrong with it.
True. Lots of setups, and you know what would be awesome is a Ratchet and Clank Horde mode cooperative sort of thing, like Gears of War style.
You know what? I was thinking about this earlier today. To bring back up again, we were watching a stream earlier today, a Ratchet and Clank 72-hour marathon thing for charity today, and it got me.
So this would have been weeks ago by your standards in the
Yes,
in the linear timeline.
But for me, it was today, and it kind of got me thinking a little bit about like one of those "if we knew then what we knew now" sort of things. And I think we like really missed an opportunity because a lot of the stuff that we did on Ratchet, the Ratchet Online, could have benefited from a lot of the multiplayer modes that are out there today, like Horde mode. It would have benefited a ton from Horde mode. Because that would have been, I think that's a better sort of Ratchet gameplay multiplayer model than PvP.
Yeah, multiplayer versus enemies, probably. Yeah.
For Ratchet, it just fits a little bit better. It would have been easier to balance as well, because our weapons were not balanced for PvP, at least from the get-go.
No. Well, and we could have made it playable in third-person mode instead of only like. It's like multiplayers with other players. If one player's using lock strafe and the other one's using regular camera, it's not really fair.
Right. So
and it wouldn't have mattered as much if we were
PvE multiplayer would have been pretty great. Horde mode sort of Ratchet, I think, would have been a natural fit for the kind of gameplay that is normally in Ratchet. And then, of course, there's just the standard sort of Call of Duty style multiplayer progression. And that's basically just our single-player progression. You know, leveling up your weapons and all that kind of stuff. And it's just kind of like...
But multiplayer games didn't really do that.
No, they really didn't. And that's the kind of thing where, as I look back on it now, I'm like, man, if I knew then what I know now about sort of what kind of multiplayer games would really sort of catch fire, they're natural fits for what Ratchet was doing at the time. And, I mean, not to say that we didn't have good multiplayer. I thought it was perfectly good multiplayer. But
yeah, no, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
The other stuff sort of seems to fit in a little bit more naturally with sort of what we were doing with the Ratchet and Clank.
It is much more franchise-friendly, true.
And, I mean, it's not like we had the time to work out a whole multiplayer level progression curve anyway, but I mean, it would have been nice, right?
True.
I mean, it would have fit so well with everything else that we were doing to use your weapons in multiplayer and have them level up and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
If we knew that people liked that, like, we would have done it.
Yeah, I mean, just it's sort of a natural fit, right? I mean, back then, multiplayer. Like, online multiplayer shooters were a little more...
on modems?
Sort of like well, yeah, they were slow. But also they were... like, they were much more about... Like, testing your... You know, like, in a pure white box, I want to see if I am better at this game than you are, sort of... You know, like that was more of the multiplayer style.
It was very, very Quake.
Yeah.
Very Quake and Doom style multiplayer. Well, no, more Quake than Doom.
Yeah, like...
But it was very, very Quake 3 Unreal Tournament style multiplayer.
And there were also Counter-Strike style ones, but, I mean, that's kind of a different thing than the, you know, that new style of upgrading that you do during...
Yeah, well, even Counter-Strike is kind of like, run forward, shoot each other, and then 5 minutes later we're just going to restart, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. It's pretty much what Counter-Strike is.
Are you talking shit about Counter-Strike? Because you might get fucking stabbed, dude.
It's a very simple game. What Counter-Strike is. There's nothing too complex going on there when you look at the core gameplay mode of Counter-Strike. You put 8 people or however many people. I don't know how many people Counter-Strike goes up to at this point. It's been a while. On a map, and then you just have them hunt each other down and kill each other, and then restart the map and do it again and again and again and again. It's a pretty simple concept on its own.
Right. And I mean, they add in a store to buy weapons and progressively better weapons and stuff like that. Made it a lot more interesting. Skid's in trouble. Is that sort of where you were going with that, or did I totally derail you?
No. But what I'm saying is like what we were getting at was that are we going to be done already? Am I gonna have to stop my point and we're gonna have to start up again on the next episode, Mike?
We might. Let me see if there's more. Yeah, no, we're done.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3.
Looks like you're ending this one with a.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to continue. We'll continue our discussion of multiplayer games on the next episode, it seems like, because we are done here. Nice, quick, and dirty level.
All right. You heard it here, folks. On the next episode of Developer Commentary, Tony Garcia will tell you what he thinks about multiplayer games. I bet you can't wait.
That's right. So, for Ratchet and Clank, I'm your Arsenal Developer Commentary. I am Tony Garcia.
And I'm Mike Stout.
And we will see you next time.
Sweet. The next level is Courtney Gears, man.